Greetings to you, friendly and intelligent meatbags. If you have been following Raxo for a while, oh, and by the way, hey there, meatbaggy, you'll want to pay attention to this too. One thing both he and everyone who watched him can agree on is that Cyraxx believes his life before Marty was better. He says it all the time and maintains he wants to get back to the person he used to be. Well, we've got news for you, Chancy Pants. After a bit of digging, we found you were the exact same person 7 years ago. Come back in time with us to when Marty wasn't your problem.
Hello, everyone.
Well, look at you. No apparent scabs. Full set of less than perfect teeth and no overgrown facial hair. Shit, Raxo, you almost look healthy. Almost.
My name is Chance, or more musically known as WordBoi.
You will always be Cyraxx to us.
And I come to you today to explain, why I'm not signed to a record label and why I'm not, making it within the music industry.
Ooh, this is quite a treat. Before Bender Boys, but after Scrubbalo found him. Go ahead, Raxy Poo. Tell us why a talentless jackass was failing before Music Biz Marty showed up to ruin everything.
As well as how I came to be in music. Well, let me start off by telling you a little bit about myself so you guys have a better understanding. First off, I was born in Anchorage, Alaska, 1990. When I was born with one kidney and one and a half lungs.
Sounds familiar.
And I was also born 1 pound 12 ounces. Was not supposed to live. Doctors told my mom that I would not live past birth. And yet here I sit 27 years later talking to you guys.
And you'll be doing the same thing in 7 years.
And I'm sure some of you know by now. I initially got my start in music back in early 2011. I met up with a bunch of really good people in 2012 and started working really hard in music since.
Major bullshit detected!
And, my friend Zach, also known as Possessed One.
Major bullshit detected!
He was amazing enough to, take me in and help me.
We heard he gave you like a set of drumsticks. The kind of gesture someone extends to a fan or wannabe.
Which he still does to this very day. He still does a wonderful, amazing job. I couldn't ask for a better, music manager than him. But about 2 to 3 years ago, he sent my music to a record label. And they said they would think about it. And ultimately, he got a deal where he met up with them at a club that, he goes to every weekend. And that they go to a
Major
lot.
bullshit detected!
So he met one of the A&Rs there.
Major bullshit detected!
And, he showed them some of my music. And they were like, dude, this is really good. Where can we find this guy? What's his name?
Major bullshit detected!
Well, he was like, I got him right here. I can call him up. You guys can talk. And everything else. And so, he had them call me up on video chat so, that we could talk face to face.
Roo-roo raggy!
And they sat right there in front of him and told me that because of how I look, I would not make it in the music industry.
So, what you're saying is, you weren't getting anywhere in music before Marty found you either. Frankly, Raxo, this looks just like any one of your recent requests for help.
because of how I physically look. And I'll admit, I confronted them about it, and I asked them, I was like, well, why won't you sign me? Like, you know, instead of focusing on my looks, you know, you should focus on my talent and what I can bring to the table.
Let's do that right now, shall we? You see, we also recently discovered footage of Raxo before he tried to sing over new metal stuff. Judge for yourself. Was Raxy any better 7 years ago?
Single one of you who supports these fucking idiotic record labels who are mainstream bastards, here's a big fuck you. I'm so sick and tired of seeing so many people ripped off every fucking day. I'm so sick and fucking tired of seeing people like me getting their fucking dreams smashed on and drugged away because all you guys want to do is to fucking get money out of us that we ain't got.
Sound familiar?
It just makes you want to fucking grab your fucking head and just squeeze it till it pops.
Deja vu, again.
You don't understand every single thing we go through. Some of us fighting death every fucking day. Some of us wondering if it'll be our last on earth. Wondering if those around us will remember everything we've done for them or remember our music in the end of the day. But instead of giving us a chance, you sit there and act like we ain't got something to say. I'm sick of fucking crying a fucking river because of people like you. I'm sick of seeing people with really good talent getting passed by idiots like you.
Deja vu, again.
Just because we ain't got money, that don't mean that we ain't got what it takes. Maybe if you would shut your mouth.
We didn't think so either.
Because you already know that, you know, I do have a small but very widened, you know, fan base following. I've got fans from places like Indonesia. I've got fans over in India, Singapore, the Philippines.
Are you sure they weren't just interested in getting you to renew or upgrade your car's extended warranty?
You know, as well as here in the US. So, you know, I've got a small but tight-knit fan base.
Not anymore, Raxy. This was before you were quote-unquote set up. The funniest thing about you being upset about that, by the way, is that to this day you still blame Kate for your sick behavior. Just because she provided you an opportunity doesn't mean you had to take it. Dummy.
Eyes closed.
And they did not say another word. And basically hung up the call.
Let's play devil's advocate for a minute. We don't buy this story, but for the sake of argument, let's assume that it did happen. And you had a supposed opportunity. Do you really expect us to believe that looks are the only reason they had to turn you down? Having just plowed through part of a mostly rhyme-free freestyle, it's a safe bet any record executives would not be enthused by the startling lack of quality. They almost certainly would have said something like, "Look, kid, even if you could freestyle, your looks are hideous." That's always been your MO. Ignore the valid criticism and cling on to some perceived injustice.
Well, little did I know that me confronting them and also putting a diss song out on them because of what they said to me. And what I told you guys, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
It always is with you.
Like, they said a lot of really screwed up things, and I'll admit...
We know how you get.
You know, I'll admit, I did put a diss track out on them, calling them out on what they said to me, because at that point, it was no longer business, it was personal.
Not sorry to break it to you, but looks are part of the business.
So, you know, I did what I had to do, I put out a diss track. Well, ever since, they've been going around to other major record labels.
So call-outs have never worked.
And talking crap about me, telling them not to sign me because of how I look, because I'll do this and that when I won't.
There's this and that are words you frequently hide misdeeds behind. Oh, they accuse me of this and that. Usually means showing off your peen and doing other disgusting things. We wonder if that's what you did here. Did they not bend to the will of your surprise penis gambit?
And if you guys are wondering what label it is, it was actually with WB Records. Or if you guys are wondering what WB stands for, or if you don't know, it's Warner Brothers Records. They've done music for major movies. They're the ones that put out all the major production music in movies.
We've heard of Warner Brothers. Anyone who has seen Bugs Bunny knows
And, you know, every day I get asked, well, why are you not signed? It's because every label I talk to bullies me.
There you have it, my friends, the B word. Raxo has been blaming it on others his whole life, we expect. Here, though, is where this must end for now. My meatbag is moaning about sleep, and I had best let him do some. He gets cranky and kind of mean when I keep him up too long. Anyway, there will definitely be a part 2. This little bitch fest was like discovering a lost episode of a favorite show, or even a pilot episode. So much more to see and hear. Have a good time of day wherever you are.